up, microphone up. Here we go. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sunday Tea. As is often the case, I'm going to turn this side of the music down a little bit. We're also going to turn this side of the music down a little bit. There we go. So, hello everybody. Good to see you. We doing our thing. I see Captain Twitch is here first, as he most often is. I also see some people I haven't seen in a little while. Yinzo Matrix, good to see you. Michael, good to see you again. Hey Cat Meets Things and Slippy. Francine, well done. Good to see you again. And Banjo. Well, so, hello everybody. Thanks for coming and joining me for my dumb stream today. Oh man, has this last week been garbage. So, just a whole lot of stuff happened all at the same time. And it was great. It was exactly the kind of stuff that I wanted. We're drinking Twining's Prince of Wales, by the way, today. It's quite good. It's got like a very velvety flavor to it. It goes very well with probably slightly more cream than you'd think. But yes, anyway. So, yeah, Francine has commented on my cup. It is one of my favorite cups. One of the 3 Halloween cups that I have, which are my general normal rotation for teacups. Well, coffee mugs. What I need to do is get back to being in a place where I can collect tea sets again. I used to do that, you know. I used to have a collection of some really nice teacups and tea pots and things. But that was alright. Anyway. Captain Twitch says, so I just watched Critical Role new campaign. Good. Everyone should go and watch that. And, oh my god, we're gonna talk about this in a second. But, yeah, no, everyone should go watch it. You're only like 5 episodes in, so you're not really missing a terrible lot. So, you know, that's good and everything. But, he says, I saw Jester and I was like, damn it, that's one of my favorite characters and she's not even a Jester. You know, you can be called something and not be that thing. I don't know, I think that Laura plays her character, the Tiefling Trickster Domain Cleric Jester, very well. I think she does exactly what she's meant to do, and it's quite good. Jester and Not are my favorite stuff. But, speaking of new D&D campaigns, we've got a new one that Commander Holly is going to start DMing, which is coming out this week. On Thursday, 2 hours before normal Critical Role is. So my Fridays now are gonna be go to work, at 10 o'clock in the morning, start watching D&D, and don't stop until 4:30. I'm really excited for it. Commander Holly is probably the best person on the internet, so I'm really excited to see her DM in Planescape, no less. Oh my god, nobody knows more about Planescape than she does, so I'm really excited for it. But yes, Banjo says Little Nightmares DLC this month. Yes, everyone is super hype about it, including me. I don't know if I'm super hype about it, but I am at least hype about it. So, anyway. Yes, so, moving on. Let's go back to talk about the things that happened this week. Goodness. So, a while back I may have mentioned that my mother was coming to Japan with her fair weather dumbass boyfriend. And that happened. That's a real thing. They came in on Thursday morning. Or rather, Thursday midday, I guess. They came in Thursday midday, and I was at work, so I couldn't go deal with them. So I gave them directions to their hotel. They went into the hotel and they did all the stuff that they needed to and all that. And then Mom wanted to meet for breakfast, or Mom wanted to meet for dinner, and I said I can meet you before work for breakfast if you'd like, which would give me the ability to have like a, well, I've got to go to work now kind of out for if things got bad. So we went to the place, which she wanted to eat at the buffet that is down at the bottom of their hotel. So I got there at about 8 o'clock in the morning, and it was her and him. And it was great to see Mother again. I haven't seen her in a couple years. It's you know, it was great to have that little bit of a reunion and just be like, yeah, I'm so glad to see you again. I'm glad that you're doing okay and all of that. But I didn't shake boyfriendie's hand, and it's because I know what a narcissist is that I didn't give him the pleasure of thinking he's won. But immediately, like, things went super downhill when he put his hand out and I just looked at him and said, charmed, I'm sure. And then my mother was like, oh, you shake his hand right now, as though that would work on someone who wasn't 7 years old, which it didn't. And then he tried to pull the narcissist guilt trip thing on me, where he appealed to the sensibilities of my mother while trying to downgrade me, which was not good, because I grew out of being affected by guilt trips when I was like 7. So, that was fun. Yeah, no, he was just like, oh, I thought your mother taught you better. I guess one day maybe you'll grow up. And I'm like, all right, you want to talk about being grown up? But I didn't talk with him at all. I just, made it very clear that I had told my mother several times, this is exactly what's going to happen if you bring him to a thing that we're at. If you bring him to a thing that we're at, I will be no more than civil to him. Because he does not deserve that from me, or from you, or from anybody. But I can't convince you of that, so the least I can do is preserve my sanity. But, so he fucked off, and Mother and I went and had some breakfast, and it was actually getting pretty pleasant. She was like, oh yeah, we gotta, you know, we're gonna go to see Tokyo Tower and tell me some things about how Japan is, and like, how does the train passes that you just got me work? And I had gotten both her and the dumbass a train pass, so, being civil, being more than civil, being generous at that point, but, so, that had happened, and so we were having a good time. We were, you know, hanging out, and then he came back. Like, he left. He said, oh, I see, I'm not wanted here, and he left. But he came back and interrupted, and that brought the topic at the table way back down to that level where it was like, Michael, I'm so disappointed. So, Vincent, I'm so disappointed in you. And I was like, all right, Ma, let's talk about disappointment, because you told me to under no circumstances allow you to get back with this guy after you had broken up with him in the first place. And I did my absolute best to not let you do that. And then you got back with him anyway. So, if anyone's disappointed, me. I'm the one who's disappointed. But, you know, I'm letting you do what you want to do. I just don't want to have anything to do with him because I know he's an asshole. And she was like, could you just do it for me? And I'm like, no! I've spent the last 29 years of my life being forced to pretend that I like people that I don't like. I'm done with that phase of my life. So, no, bugger that. If someone is a dickbag, call that a dickbag. Slippy says, is that Marshmallow Man Jurassic Park shirt? You better believe it is. But yeah, so that's a thing. And now I'm supposed to meet them this afternoon, for something. And I don't know what. And I don't want to, because it's just gonna end up with another fight, because Mother's going to expect that I will have had a change of heart or some shit like that, and I'm not going to, because I know how this guy works. So, I don't know. And the best part about it is she thinks that she can fix all the problems with him by getting him baptized into the Christian church. That's great. That's super. That's a thing that works. That's a thing that changes people. That's a thing that magically erases the emotional abuse that they've done to you. That's a thing that works. So, I gotta deal with that today. But, you know, I'm really excited for that because it means that I'm probably gonna have the opportunity to bust this dude's teeth on the back of my knuckles, and I'm really looking forward to that. Like, it makes my knuckles itch. Oh, jeez. Captain Twitch says, do you like pardon me, Acquisitions Incorporated. Yeah, they're okay. They're pretty cool. Their DM is the same DM that runs the Dice Camera Action one that I actually watch. And I don't much care for the real-life versions of the people from Penny Arcade. I much prefer their comic depictions of themselves better. So, but Jim Dark Magic is a hilarious person. But yeah, no, really excited about having to deal with that today. Anyway, so that's a thing. Doing that. In addition, the D&D campaign that I normally play on Sundays is not here this week, because the DM and our druid are off in Florida right now. So they are having vacations, and they're gonna come back with a bunch of the books that I want, that I have given to them money to buy. That's quite good. Yeah. So I'm excited to get back to that. We're finally gonna go back and beat this stupid-ass dragon that we've been putting on hold for like 2 months now, at the beginning of March, which is great, especially because my mother is going to be in Japan until the middle of March, which you just got here. That's a month. What? All right, you do you. You do what you gotta. So, shrug. I'm excited for it because I'm really anxious about it because, you know, she's my mother and everything, and I actually do care about her, but at the same time, it's just like, you made bad decisions, now you're forcing me to deal with those same decisions, and I don't want to, and I was cool with this guy until you told me about all the abusive stuff that he was doing, and I would have figured it out myself eventually, but you gave me the opportunity to figure it out beforehand, so come on. So as you can tell, I'm all up in the anxiety area right now. This whole last week and a half or so, I've been anxious about this thing, so I haven't actually been playing a terrible lot of video games, or anything of the sort. I tried to play some Sword Coast Legends, but then it crashed and I lost like 3 hours worth of video, but not the progress for it. So if I did go and like try to go back and fill that void of the video there, I'd have to go back, restart the whole game, and get back to where I was before I could start the recording again. So Sword Coast Legends might just be dead now. Who knows? I tried to play a little bit more Omega Quintet, but I cannot, for the life of me, stand playing that game for more than like an hour at a time. Oh god, it's just the worst. Oh man, it's so unimaginative. It's so unimaginative. I'm kind of sad that I wasted my money on it so far. I need to go back and play some more Remember Me, because that's actually a very good game, but every day that I've gotten home from work this week, it's just been like, don't feel like doing it. Don't feel like it. Cause I don't feel like it. So instead, I'm gonna lie about and watch the Game Grumps compilations for like 4 hours and then like go to sleep. Captain Twitch says, what if a boyfriend tries to spy on you by watching your live streams? I hope he does. I hope he does, because he will hear all of the things that I have been publicly saying in the first place already. Screw him. I really don't care about him. Oh, I really don't care about him. But yeah, doing the thing. In terms of other games and stuff, of course this month we've got the new Little Nightmares DLC, which, Kane Pixels, hey, good to see you. Thanks for coming by. But yeah, we've got the new Little Nightmares DLC that's coming out real soon that is supposed to be quite good looking. I'm excited for it because it's going to hopefully put to bed some of the things that people have been talking about. Hopefully, once that is over, we won't have to deal with as many, like, oh, look, I found a thing in the data mine that I've been doing that proves this thing or whatever. Because I hate that. I hate that so much. So, I don't know. But yeah, hopefully once that comes out, we'll have some story confirmations. They'll leave it open for some more expansion in the future, possibly with like a sequel game or maybe a tie-in game or something like that. Honestly, I'm just excited to see what else Tarsier is doing in the future, because they do the game pretty well. This is not to say that the DLC stuff, Secrets of the Maw, is by any stretch of the imagination as good of a game as the original was, because it's just so full of bugs and such. But, you know. Slippy says on the teaser for the DLC, there's a secret monster question mark in the background. You know, I haven't looked at it yet. I should go and take a look at that. Captain Twitch says, do you think that it will be more than one ending? Probably not. That doesn't seem to be Tarzier's style. Supreme Cactus Leader says, and the Candleman game, when you playing that? Turns out I'm going to be playing that real soon. I bought a copy of it, and I'm going to try to play some of that after the Little Nightmares hype has died a little bit. So probably in like 4 weeks or so. Who knows? But yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of like besmirching of the name of Tarsier Studios and their developmental capabilities to say that they have confirmed a lot of the stuff that they absolutely have not. And I'm not, again, when I said this before, I'm saying it again, I'm not accusing It's Just Jord of faking the evidence in his video. I'm just saying that there is a little bit more, like, there's a little bit to the quote-unquote evidence that he presented that makes me think it is not real. In his most, well, I guess not most recent, he's probably posted more stuff by now. But when he was talking about the Wax Bellman and the Ferryman. So, shrug. But in any case, alright, so, moving on, yes, what else, what other games? I've been playing Dark Souls on stream a whole bunch. I think it's quite a fun game. It's the first game in a long time that's made me, like, legitimately get stressed out from the game. Like, the last game that's done that was, God, I don't know, Trauma Center for the DS. Blech. So, that's fun. But yeah, that's a thing. My good friend Austin has started to play Nioh, which is like Dark Souls but in Japan. And so it looks quite good. If I get some time and money in the near future, I might do something with that. I'm excited for it. Oh, that's a new thing! I ordered a 3D printer, so that's gonna be really fun. I hope that I'm gonna be able to use it and like figure out all the stuff that is necessary for it. I'm gonna start making some large amounts of stuff for D&D with that. But like I'm gonna just make fun stuff with it as well. Which is a thing that I wanted to ask, by the way. If I had a 3D printer and I did like a stream where I took suggestions on what to print and then just watched the thing print it, I put that on another channel or something like that, maybe. It might be fun. Just be like, hey, we're watching a 3D print! Haha! I ended up getting the Monoprice Mini, which is one of the most stable 3D printers on the market. I am to be told, I am absolutely by no circumstances an expert in the 3D printing field, or indeed in most fields, but I don't know, all the research that I did said that it was reliable and easy to fix and that kind of stuff if it breaks, so I'm looking forward to it. And definitely one of the first things that I print is going to be a set of dice. Because that's really cool. Ugh. Anyway. But yeah, so looking forward to that coming in a couple days. I did have to drop a good $300 on it because it was like $100 to ship to Japan. But worth, probably worth. Who knows? Oh man. In terms of like other kinds of dice and stuff like that, ooh, Francine says I wanna find some bone dice. That would be really cool. But no, I've seen like a Kickstarter recently of some like interestingly shaped dice that have like this one is like a barrel that you roll and it stops on a number. So I might try to design some stuff like that. I think it would be pretty cool. Glitchberry says, do you have to paint the stuff after you print it? If I want it painted, yes, you do have to paint it if you want it painted. The one that I got does not have the multiple nozzles for multiple different colors because that stuff ranges in the like $800 to $900 range. Hahaha. Slippy says a 38-sided die. Actually, I have a... Where did it go? Here we go. Got this one. Where did the other dice that I have go? Wonder where the rest of my dice went. Huh. Well, my dice are missing somewhere. But I have a 60-sided die, which is quite good. I have never used it for anything actually in the game before, but I do have it. So, that's neat. I think it's fun. But yeah, I don't know. Make some fun stuff. I have a D24 as well. I don't remember where I put my frickin' dice. Oh well, I'll find them eventually. I'll need them for Wednesday. Ah, good. Oh, if you guys are looking at the stuff that's behind me now, I just put my collection of, like, posters and large copies of postcard stuff up, yesterday. So, I picked up a poster from the Cardcaptor Sakura movie, which is quite good. It only cost me like $10 as well, which is better than I thought that it would be. And then the rest of these are art that I've collected from, I'd buy the postcard, from people at, like, Comic Market and stuff like that, and then blow it up and put it on the wall, which I think is quite good. Oh, come on. Sorry, my chair got caught on my carpet. There we go. Hoop. Eek. Yes, fantastic. Francine says, I play a necromancer, bone dice would be the best. Captain Twitch says, I play a necromancer, it's fun being evil. Is it hard to be a necromancer? No? I mean, you gotta figure out what kind of character you want to be in the first place. Do you want to be like an evil type, oh, I want to raise people from the dead and use them for domination type thing? But the school of necromancy in Dungeons & Dragons, and indeed in most other things, has to do with manipulating the forces of life and death. So technically, the healers in a church are necromancers because they are using necromancy magic in the form of healing magic. It's not really that bad. Using the kind of magic that you get as a priest or a sorcerer in the necromancy fields, you have things like inflict wounds and cure wounds, which is already, that's more than you would need to do a necromancer be a thing. But then later on you'll get things like animate dead, you'll get things like the debilitating touch. What is that stupid thing? Ghost touch, I think it was called. And it's just a whole lot of good stuff that you can get with it. Mechanically, any magic user at low levels is kind of hard to keep alive, but I mean, I guess from a flavor standpoint, you can be a necromancer and do what other kind of stuff you want. Who knows? Now, what I would actually recommend if you want to be a necromancer is to go into Warlock. Warlock is actually probably the best way to do it. Mostly because it has a lot of the cool, like, Warlock invocations that you can use that will manipulate forces of life and stuff like that. And I feel like necromancers... I mean, like, you can't be a magic user and just have necromancy spells, because there literally aren't enough of them to fill up your spell slot. So, Francine says that she's playing a little kid necromancer. As a matter of fact, in the campaign that I do for my people at work, I have a tiefling warlock who is 10 years old, and whose patron is her actual father, Mephistopheles. So, like, one line down, not only is she a tiefling, but she's also a warlock, straight from the ballsack of Mephistopheles. She's pretty good. She's quite good at intimidation. She's a fun character. That party is interesting. We have a dwarf druid who got his druid powers by accidentally wandering into the Feywild. We have an elf sorcerer who wants to go to the abyss, kill the king of demons, take over the abyss, and then go back in time to become the progenitor of all elves. And then we've got this tiny tiefling girl. I think it's quite good. I'm excited for it. Yeah, a lot of the stuff that we've been doing in the public events that I've been working on, the Adventurers Guild events, they've been going so fantastically swimmingly, except there was an issue with the last one where there was some in-character fighting that led to out-of-character fighting that led to people bailing, that led to us having to blacklist somebody, which is great. Totally exactly what you want in that. But we've only had to blacklist one person, and he was kind of a dick about it in the first place. And as soon as we blacklisted him, he tried to do like a smear campaign, but then it was like, oh, you have no sway here, asshole. I don't know. Oh, fantastic, Francine. I'm sure that your character and this girl's character would get along quite well. Would be quite good, I think. Oh, yeah. But anyway. How's it going, zombie? Good to see you, artistic zombie. But yeah, so basically it got into a thing where someone tried to cast a mind-controlling spell on another person in the party, and for a normal party that everyone knows each other and is friends or whatever, that might be okay, because you can clear it beforehand, but for a group of people who got together for the first time as a party that day and sat down at the table, then it is not okay. Should not be the thing that you do. Don't do that. Absolutely do not do that, because that is a thing that will get you only into trouble. In fact, don't do PvP stuff or mind control stuff on other characters unless it's like a thing that you've cleared with that character beforehand and it's for funsies and for like story progression. If they're in your party and they're not doing what you want them to do, you can't just be like, I cast suggestion or whatever. That's lame. Unless you've cleared it beforehand. Or unless you're, like, really, you know, good friends and you know that it's cool with them. So. Anyway. Captain Twitch says, can I be a necromancer in the event, or is that too evil? The thing that you are talking about right now, Captain Twitch, is the online games, which are put on indefinite hiatus right now, mostly because every weekend that I have for the next foreseeable future is booked up with stuff right now. But in the event that those do get back up off the ground at some point, no, don't be evil. You can be a necromancer, but you can't be an evil character. Don't do that. Anyway, yes, so. God, what else? I went to Akiba yesterday with the express purpose of spending some money to try to get a thing to do a giveaway with for you guys. But it, didn't work. Nothing I tried got me anything out of the crane machines. I spent like 1,000 yen trying to get anything out of a claw machine or a crane machine, and nothing worked. So, sorry, I guess we don't have a giveaway this week. I'm doing my best on it, honestly. Again, like, I still need the Patreon to go up a little bit before I make giveaways a more regular thing. But, like, it's fun to do, and I'm trying my best, so doing what we can. I'm going to be reworking the Patreon tiers real soon. I think I might have to start a separate Patreon for a different project, if that's a thing that I want to do with it, but I don't know if I want to manage 2 separate Patreons because that's lame. So, shrug. Anyway. I don't know, as far as it's going, like, I'm going to go back and redo all the stuff that's on my Patreon right now, because right now it sucks, and I would understand if you didn't want to help on Patreon, because the Patreon rewards suck right now, so we're gonna shrug. Gonna try it. Gonna try to make it better, gonna try to do a little bit more with that. So here's a question for you guys. We have these events that we do, these Dungeons and Dragons events that we do on Tuesday / Wednesday / sometimes Thursday, at like 7 o'clock my time. I could try to get the equipment together to like stream one of them at some point, if you guys would be interested in that. It would just be like, every once in a while we'd move the camera to a different table or something like that. Cactus, did you look into the Audible link I sent you? Yes! I am in the process of waiting for some, confirmations and stuff like that. But yeah, I gotta knuckle down and do that kind of stuff. Captain Twitch says, this time my thief died and this bitch paladin resurrected me and put mind control with the spell, so it's me trying to kill myself over and over. Well, she says don't kill yourself. That's not okay. That's like, tell the DM that that's not okay. Gross. But yeah, I don't know. Should be okay. Should be good. Yeah, no, I'll see if I can't maybe try to find a way to perhaps stream some of the events. I'm looking at moving to a place where we can actually host events in it. Possibly in the next several months. See how that goes. See whether that will be something that we can do or not. Who knows? Ha ha ha! In other news, it is payday 2 days from now, and I am super excited for that. Oh boy. Just means that I gotta pay bills. Got more bills to pay. Super fun. The stuff that I'm getting from Patreon right now, I am using to supplement the ability to buy new games each month and, like, pay for that, and then also to pay off my debts, because I am, of course, in debt, like every other person my age is in debt. It's quite good. It's quite good. But I'm actually doing quite well on getting rid of the debt that I am in. I just have to continue doing well on it. To be finished with it one day. Anyway, yes, so I think I've covered all of the topics that I wanted to cover. Maybe a little bit after this, I will do a live stream of some Dark Souls. I need to get some food in me, and then Dark Souls. I think we're gonna do Dark Souls. I'll have to call the Unicorps in, because I have found that I absolutely cannot play Dark Souls without the Unicorps, but you know, it'll be real good. As Ninja, good to see you. Man, like, I hate it when I'm just about to end the stream and then somebody comes in and says hey, because it makes me feel obligated to keep the stream going a little bit longer for them. But also, I did some art on Twitch yesterday, which I might try to do a little bit more of in the future because, you know, I gotta get better at it somehow. I gotta get better at it. So, better art, more 3D modeling stuff. It'll be good. The Dark Souls stream will be here in like half an hour or so. It's almost 10 o'clock where I am right now, so let's say that we'll try to get it on at 10:30 my time. So in like 38, 40-ish minutes, here, come and hang out, and we will do the thing. We will play some Dark Souls. I think it will be great. Yeah, anyway. Wonderful. So thank you guys for coming and watching. Click all the buttons and stuff. Do the thing. I'll see you guys in a little bit when I'm being possessed by the Unicorpse, who is my stand now, I guess. As soon as the things go bad, I activate my stand. And then the Unicorpse. Or maybe it's like a Henshin type thing. I'm gonna make a Henshin video with that shit. Oh my god. Why haven't I thought of that before? That's gonna be part of the 5,000 subscribers thing. Cause I'm so close to 5,000 subscribers, you guys. I'm like less than 40 people away from having 5K. So, that's definitely gonna happen. It's definitely gonna be a Henshin video for that. Oh, I'm so excited for that shit. I've even got a Henshin belt for that. I can just use the already existing Kamen Rider Exade Henshin belt and just be like, ka-chow! Pull the things out. I have to make like a custom Unicorpse Gashot though. Oh my god, I can't believe this, you guys. I can't believe that I'm actually going to be doing this. Oh man. Back when I was way into Kamen Rider Exade, and before Build came out, because Build looks ridiculous, man, I bought so many of these things. This is the collection of Gashots that I've got. Too many, plus the 2 that are already in this thing. I'm just gonna kind of... Haha! I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Anyway, well, that's all for me today, you guys. Thanks for coming and watching my inane bullshit. I will talk to you guys again real soon. See you guys next time. What am I doing with my life?